There is another one. This is not good, gentlemen. This is not good at all. YouTube are now embedding their anti-ad block message into the videos rather than having it as a pop-up. This is not a surprise to anybody. Ads wouldn't be that bad if they were only in the beginning. The fact that they add them at random parts in the middle of the video is what fucking blows. So, I want to go ahead and I want to have a little bit of real talk about this, okay? Because there's been a lot of people bringing this up and talking about the ad block situation, and I feel like I need to give out the correct opinion, okay? Because a lot of people aren't getting it. So, there are multiple problems with this, with ad block, okay? So the ad block situation. Most people want to ad block because they don't want to see ads. There is not some sort of larger societal reason. It doesn't matter what the ads are. They just don't want to see ads. So that's number one. Number one is that people do not want to see ads, because I hear the argument that the reason why people use ad block is because Google's ads are bad. And that brings me to my second point. My second point is this. Google needs to do a better job on curating the ads that show up on YouTube. Oftentimes, they are scams or weird sexual stuff. Like, you know, the AI replica stuff, etc. They need to do a much better job with that. Like, basically, you're either getting scammed by an AI girlfriend with NSFW text that you can subscribe to, or you're getting scammed by Mr. Beast telling you that you've just won $1 million. There's nobody who's not getting scammed somehow, right? So these are pretty much the two main issues. So, and these things are simultaneously true. That I think that most people are just using ad block. I don't see this. You're probably seeing some form of scam ad. You are probably seeing a scam ad. You probably filtered it out because it's garbage, but you are probably seeing a scam ad. And ultimately, even if you're not seeing it, there are a tremendous amount of scam ads on YouTube, because YouTube does almost no due diligence on making sure that the ads that are being shown on YouTube are not bullshit. Most of the time, there are bullshit ads. They're constantly on there, and I see them all the time. Whether it's Mr. Beast, whether it's a casino, whether it's a video game that's a knockoff of like some other like actual real game. You know, it's like League of Champions and it's like League of Legends, but they have like slightly different faces. You know, something like that, right? These bullshit, right? And so mobile ads, yeah. So this is also true. YouTube, because it makes it easier. It's like, it's more justified for somebody to want to use ad block if the ads are really bad, right? Like, that's just the truth. So the next thing, if everyone used ad block, YouTube would not exist. This is a very important point. If every single person here used ad block and nobody saw any ads, YouTube would not exist. Use ad block. Actually, I'm gonna do a slash. Did not pay for premium. Right? Because like, yeah, so there we go. And isn't it owned by Google right now? Yes. People say this isn't true or clowns. Of course, absolutely. It already existed. Yes, it already existed whenever it was probably 1/1,000,000th of its size now. Yes, that is correct. YouTube did exist before it had ads, and then whenever YouTube got big enough, the server hosting fees and the cost of it required it to have ads. That's just how it is. False. They just need to ask Mr. Beast to fund the site. Yeah, true. And anyway, Google should sell their own ad blocker. Yeah, there you go. That's smart. Well, they do. It's called premium. So if everybody used Adblocker and nobody paid for the content, YouTube wouldn't have any money, and they couldn't pay anybody to maintain the servers. They couldn't pay for the servers themselves. They couldn't pay for the web hosting. Like, the website just could not exist. Like, that. This is not even a question. Not true? Well, then where would the money? Where would the money come from? Like, wait, what? What do you mean it's not true? Where would the money come from? User data? Well, who says they're going to make enough money off of user data? How do we know? How do you know that they're going to make enough money off of user data? Also, you can watch YouTube without being logged in. If you think that YouTube can't make any money without ads, or can make money without ads, you're delusional. Yeah, you have the cookies logged in. Yeah, you don't even have to be logged in. Pull it up. There's no reason to pull it up. It's such a stupid argument that it's not even worth considering. The idea that if there were no advertisements, they would still be able to pay for the website is such a stupid thing to say. It's not even worth... Like, I was curious to see, like, what the argument would be, but it's such a ridiculous thing to say. It's outrageous. And also, why is it a good thing that they're selling your data? Like, personally, I view ads as the lesser of two evils to selling people's private data. Now, that's my opinion, but anyway, we'll go ahead and we'll move past that. And so anyway, yes, fuck no, well, I don't know, like, they do both. Yes, they will do both, sure, they will do both. But ultimately, if everybody used Adblock, it's the same as, like, on Twitch, for example. Like, let me use Twitch as a good example. Like, if every single person who watched Twitch never subbed, never donated, and used neighbor's Wi-Fi with Adblock on, Twitch would not exist the way that it does now. You wouldn't have streamers that were able to stream all the time, and you wouldn't have the entertainment that you want. And so, all of the people that are doing it, that are using Adblock and using these things, are doing it because they are subsidized by the people that are not doing it. That's just what it is. Ultimately, if you're justifying corporate greed by saying there aren't other alternatives to have any products at all, I think that's absurd. It's not corporate greed to ask somebody to watch a 15-second video. Like, are we really talking? It's not corporate greed. This is outrageous. And so anyway, let's go ahead and talk about this more. Yes, it is every 10 minutes. Yes, you can watch a video every 10 minutes. I think that this is a philosophy that I have. I think that if you are interfacing with something and you are getting a value out of it, you should expect to have to pay for that value somehow. Now, whether this is with your time, whether this is by population numbers or something like that, you should have to, like, you cannot expect people to provide labor to you for free. Fundamentally. Do you not know everything best? Oh, I know it a lot better than you do. Let's go ahead. We'll pull somebody up. Go ahead. Explain what I don't understand about this. Explain it. Explain yourself. Yep, explain yourself. Let's go. How people become so entitled. Well, no, I'm curious what I don't know. It's 100% corporate greed that we see as many ads as we do. Let's not assume that they're showing the least amount of ads possible to keep the lights on. They make massive profit from ads, but they could be considered corporate greed. Most of the ads that you see on YouTube videos were placed there by YouTubers. They weren't being placed there by YouTube. Why is this a YouTube problem? If you're not happy with the amount of ads, just stop watching that YouTube channel. Like, I don't understand. Like, why is this a problem with why is this a systematic problem with YouTube? Why can't you, if you don't like watching a YouTube channel, why don't you just stop watching that YouTube channel? Now, as usual, people like this always have an opinion until they have to be, until they have to defend it. That's it. The whole ad debate of people not wanting to watch 15 seconds of ads with people watching 2 to 5 minutes of ads on TV. Well, most people don't watch TV anymore. Let's be fair. I think an ad at the start of the video is acceptable, but when I'm watching a 20-minute video, I don't think I should be getting it in the middle of the video. Well, then how is this a YouTube problem? Because do you know who puts ads in the middle of a video? The content creators do. The content creators are the ones spamming the ads. They're the ones that are signing up for a YouTube partner program. They're the ones doing it. So what are we talking about? Why are you getting mad at YouTube for doing this? If you don't like watching a content creator because they have too many ads in their videos, why can't you just stop watching that content creator? Why do you need YouTube to solve this problem for you? I don't understand. They allow it? Well, do you think they should make a rule that you can't show a lot of ads? Why? Why should that be a rule? Why should somebody else be told they can't do something because you personally find it annoying? This is outrageous. What are you talking about? You want to make rules for all the things that you don't want to see? Get the fuck out of here. That's insane. That is crazy. People are dumb as hell. The problem is the lack of ad moderation on YouTube. That's true. Because I don't care about a content creator making money, I just want to watch the video. Then that's totally fucking fine. If you don't care about the content creator making money, I just don't want to watch the video, that's fine. But you can't expect the content creator to then, in return, care about you. Don't you see the logic here? So I don't care about you. I don't care if you make any money from the work that you put into this video. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. But I care about myself. And then you expect that person to, in turn, go and care about you. Why would they care about you? Does that make any sense? A content creator doesn't care about any of its viewers. I think that people care probably in a general sense. I can't speak for everybody, though. Everyone finds it annoying if you watch 2 minutes after the first 5 minutes ad and 5 minutes after 1 minute before the end of the video, the plot, and another minute ad. But, like, those ads are placed there by creators. Dude, the content creators are putting those ads there. This isn't being put there by YouTube. Well, YouTube is allowing it to happen, but that's the content creator doing it. So if you don't like that a content creator is putting ads in videos, then stop watching their videos. There's a million other channels on YouTube to watch. Why do you have to watch? So like, this is the level of entitlement that people have. They think that they have the authority to tell somebody else how many ads they can put in their own video. This is their video. They can put as many ads as they want in their video. The entire video can be an ad. Because you know why? They are free to upload whatever the fuck they want. Just like you are free to upload, free to not watch it. The level of entitlement that people have, that they think their preference should be made into a rule, is disturbing. To be honest with you, it is disturbing. Because if this happened for everybody, whenever anyone had a preference, there would be rules against everything, and nobody would be able to do anything. This is insane. It is an absolute insane thing to think. It's completely self-centered. It's totally entitled. And if you don't like watching the videos, then stop watching them. If you don't like the ads, then stop watching the videos. That's it. What's wrong? What's wrong with that? Oh, licensed Casper Sky, which some reason block ads on YouTube and Twitch. Do you think it's ethical? I understand content creators earn money from running ads. Ethical, okay, so ethical behavior. Let's talk about ethical behavior, okay? The way I use a decision on ethical behavior is if everybody did this, could the system function in this way? And if the answer to that is no, you are probably engaging in unethical behavior. It's that simple. Ads aren't ethical. They are very ethical. How are they not ethical? How are they not? You know what I'm not saying true? The real reason why people don't want to pay for premium? Okay. I'm missing the real issue. What is the real issue? We'll go ahead and we'll knock out a few of these. Because YouTube functioned, I don't care how they make money. I don't want to see ads, and I do expect them to do it for free and for the fun of making videos, like how it used to be back in 2010. Wasn't 2010 the year they actually added ads? I'm pretty sure that was whenever they began the partner program. Number one, so I think your frame of reference is wrong. Number two, the second thing I want to say is that If you don't care how they make money, how should they care how you get entertainment? Why should they care about you? And, like, that's fine, right? You can say this. My argument, what's this here? Thank you, finally. Look at my previous comments. My reason people don't want premium is that YouTube is not offering enough premium. What are you trying to say? Can you just explain? Argue this. YouTube needs another subscription offer, one that only blocks ads. Personally, don't care about all the other shit that comes with YouTube Premium. I agree with you, they need this. Yeah, I do think they should do this. I think this would be a good idea for them to do. I agree with you. I don't think they need to do this, and I don't think them not doing it makes it okay for you to use the ad block. I don't think so. But yes, I think that they should do that because it's better. So with this individual, how big, Mr. Fuzzy Nuts, how big do you think YouTube was in comparison to what it is now? So, like, theoretically, let's say that YouTube is at 100% now. How big was it in 2010? Like, what percentage of that size? I think there should be an ethical limit. You think you just bombard me with 25 ads in a 10-minute video? It should be regulated in a way where it's fair to everyone. But it is fair to everyone. And it is, you don't need to, like, I don't want to regulate something that two people willfully engage in. Like, am I the only person who's principled about this? I feel like I'm the only person who has any principles about this at all. I don't want to make rules and laws between what people, how many ads somebody can and can't show. This is outrageous. I think it should be regulated because it makes the website worse. So you think that you have the governmental authority to make websites behave in a way that you think is good for them? If that's true, then we need to make a law right now that makes Blizzard accountable to us right now so we can get rid of the fucking furries in the game. The perfect size. It's too big and bolted now? You mean bloated? Cut the fat, cut the workers. It's too big. So what you want is you want YouTube to die because they can't pay the bills. So you're saying that you want YouTube to die. Because if they didn't have any ads, then that's totally fine. But the website just wouldn't exist. Asking content creators not to make money off their content is similar to asking artists, photographers to give free service for exposure. It's not asking anybody to do anything. Like, I am not into this, like, asking people, I'm down, regulate the furries. Yes, there you go. Well, listen, here's the way I look at it, okay? Is that I am very nervous about the idea of making rules for things. Like, actual rules. Especially whenever people can choose to partake in something or not partake in it. The truth is that YouTube has almost a monopoly on video live streaming. However, there are other websites that exist that you can live stream videos to. And you are not legally required to, and you do not have to use YouTube. You choose to use YouTube. And the idea that you think that you want to involve the government in regulating the amount of ads an individual person can put on their video is, in my opinion, outrageous. I don't want to make rules for people in any way. YouTube is a human right. It is not. They could just make another YouTube in a country that's not regulated as well. The regulation won't matter. That's true too. What do people think a business is run on? This is what people need to understand. Is that they don't care how the business is run because they just want free entertainment. That's literally all there is to it. There's no fine print. There's no grand design. There's no philosophy behind this. They just want free entertainment with no ads. And you cannot expect them to try to not stop you to do that. Of course they're going to try to stop you from doing that, because if they didn't, then they wouldn't make any fucking money. It's common sense that they're going to try to stop you from doing that. Now, that doesn't mean you can't do it, but they're going to try to stop you. Now, this is what I think YouTube should do. I think YouTube should make it a whole lot harder to use ad blocker, but they shouldn't make it impossible. And I'm going to explain why. The reason why I don't think they should make it impossible is because if they do that, then there is a small contingency of people, and again, this is a single-digit percentage, of people that actually will never do anything based off of an ad and have been, I read about this last time we talked about this, or scientifically, like, fucking studied that they will actually not click on the ad and consume content about that ad because they saw an ad about it. And it's like about 5% of people. So it's actually beneficial for the ad companies to not show their ads to those people. Because it's like this. Why would you ever want to show a salad to a piranha? Would you ever want to show a salad to a velociraptor? Well, no. To a lion. They're carnivores. So if you are showing an advertisement of a salad to a lion, well, you're never going to make any money, right? You're not. It's the same as like if you show an advertisement of a, I don't know, a million things, right? And they're never going to buy it. They're never going to look at it. They're never going to care. But what you want to do is you want to show it to people that do want to see it. So you should allow that 5% of people to ad block. Allow them to ad block, remove them from the economy, and that way you still maintain their viewership. That is minimal, not really that much. And also you maintain a higher price of the ads. Because it's very simple. If you're showing 1,000 people an ad, and 5% of those 1,000 people, that's 50 people, will just simply refuse to work on that ad at all. Like, by the nature of you showing them that ad, it's like you're showing somebody an ad in Spanish and they speak Japanese. They literally can't even read it. They're never going to work on this. They're never going to act on it. It's just not going to exist. So, is it worth advertising to those last 50 people? Absolutely not. So, you're really advertising to 950. But if you can remove those 50 people, and now you're only advertising 950, the value of that advertisement is better. And you can produce a higher conversion rate at a more concentrated group of 950 versus a less concentrated group of 1,000. And that's how it works. Not accurate comparison. What's this here? Because they could still be affected subconsciously. No, this is something that's been studied. You can look it up and educate yourself. Just educate yourself. That's it. Let's see here. Or the YouTube. What do you think of fact you can go outside after the end of the world? Let me read the rest of these. Go outside nowadays without having to enter the world. Brainwashing your brain ads to suck money out of your pocket. Ads don't suck money out of your pocket. You take your money out of your pocket and then you put it into somebody else's hand. Don't ever take that accountability away from yourself. You do that with your own money. The ad is not mind controlling you. You tune out 90% of ads that you see. Every single one of you does. So don't go ahead and tell me that that last 10% is mind control, okay? It's not. So when did you change your outcome on ads? Okay, let's go ahead and read this. When did you change your outlook on ads? Since you first started streaming on your main page, you were against ads. Why did you get into a flip on the subject? How do you think I flipped? Somebody else has a good point. I'll get to that. I'll get to you. But I just like to deal with this individual first. I was just new info in science you just gave us. I mean, it's compelling, yes, but the average person still won't like it. What? Was I just new info? What the fuck are you saying? What? My bad, reading, chat, and typing. It was just new info and statistics. Okay, let me explain your point. Because I was hoping that you would explain it. I don't think that's going to happen. I'll address this. This is actually very simple. I personally don't like using ads. I use Adblocker. I do. And I will continue to use it indefinitely. You know what else? If I didn't have any money and I went to Walmart, I would have no problem stealing something from the store. Because I want it. Now, can the world work that way? Absolutely not. But in the moment, if I want a bag of Twizzlers, I put the bag in my pocket, and now it's my Twizzlers. So, what I'm trying to say here is that the way I conduct myself as an individual is not always congruent with the way that I think the world should work or the way the world does work. There are often times that I will do something that is not good for most people because it's good for me. Hypocrisy? No, it's not hypocritical at all. So like it's like a hierarchy, right? So at the bottom, you have the bottom of the hierarchy is like, you know, what's best for society, what's best for the world, what's ethically right. And then at the top of the hierarchy, there's what's best for me. And so what you're misunderstanding is a lack of priorities. The priority to serve myself is more important than the priority to uphold ethical values. Does that make sense? So there's never it's not hypocritical, because hypocritical would be me doing it and then saying, hey, I'm doing the right thing. No, I'm not. Hypocrisy is a mental crime. So hypocrisy is not an action, in my opinion. I think it's a mental crime. Hypocrisy is believing one thing and then pushing out one thing and then doing something different. But I'm not doing that. I'm saying that if something is beneficial to me, I will do that instead of what's beneficial or good. The ethical framework you use is egocentrism. Yes. Basically, yes. Yeah, you're mentally lying to yourself to give yourself... Yeah, it's like justifying bad behavior. I never do that. And that mindset's how the world ends. Exactly. And so anyway, what do we have for the rest of these? We'll read a few more. YouTube has systematically made the free user experience worse in order to push premium. Have you used a phone app in the last 5 years? I use the phone app for YouTube every single day, and I think it's completely fine, and I don't have premium. But aren't you defending this because YouTube doing videos is your main income? If YouTube took away all of my ad revenue, I'd just find another way to make money. I'm a roach. What do you think? Like, oh, wow, oh, no, they took away the amount of, like, oh, no, like, okay, I'll just find another way to make money. Now, it would suck, for sure. But I just figure out another way to do it. I don't want them to do that, but that's it. Only a few content creators on the other hand, you can't afford premium, you can't use it. Just I want to drive Ferrari, you can't only afford to drive Ford, you buy Ford. Yeah, sure. Do you think monthly subs for not getting ads in the future, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, etc.? I think for YouTube and Twitch it makes sense. Not for Instagram. Hold up, dude. What you described as hypocritical. Don't do this, but I will do it. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, so a lot of people don't understand hypocrisy, and it makes sense. Because I've never met a person who accuses somebody else of hypocrisy on the internet who has an IQ over a room temperature. It is the most room temperature IQ accusation to make on the internet. Most people that say things are hypocritical say that because they don't understand them. So let me explain to you what I'm talking about. An individual can do a bad thing, but not be hypocritical. Is every single person that ever commits a crime or does something bad hypocritical? I would say the answer to that is no. I personally think that it only becomes hypocritical whenever you justify it yourself. Now, if you don't justify it, then it's not hypocritical. Because somebody can do something wrong and say, hey, I did this wrong, but I'm still going to do it because it's beneficial for me. That's totally fine. Hypocrisy, in my mind, is justifying something that is obviously wrong because it's not congruent with what your worldview is. Yeah, practice generally hates it and then using it. If you admit the wrong shit you're doing, it's not hypocrisy. Yes, that is what it is. Something pretends to believe something they do not really believe, or it is the opposite of what they believe or do at a time. Yes, exactly. So hypocrisy is believing, right? It is about a thought process. That's like saying stealing is bad. I don't do it, but you shoplift and say and don't think it's stealing. Well, that's the last part is the thing. Like, stealing is bad, but you can still shoplift, and you're not hypocritical. But if you're stealing, if you say stealing is bad, and you're shoplifting, and you say, but it's not really stealing, that's whenever it's hypocritical. That's the difference. Because it's the mental connection. Drive me mad how people want to get every benefit from the internet, but don't want to pay any money? Yeah. Hypocrisy comes from if you say you can use Adblock because you're special, you might just be alright with the fact that you can step on something. Well, that's really all there is to it. That's what I would say. That's what it's doing is selfish, but not hypocritical. Yes, I have no problem being selfish. Absolutely. Because it's beneficial for me. That's it. Practice of claiming to have moral standards or beliefs, which own behavior does not conform pretense. Yes. And so anyway, don't know the origin of a word, let alone what it means. Exactly. You're right about these things. YouTube can't convince everyone, especially Twitch chatters. Here's really what happens. Is that this is where the ad block situation is going to go. This is what I think is going to happen. I think ad block will become progressively harder to do, but I don't think that YouTube should or will ever completely get rid of it. There will still be a contingency of people that are able to activate an ad block in the infinite cat and mouse game between YouTube and the people that are using Adblock. I do, however, think that it will be harder, and at a certain point, probably within the next 5 years, it will become nearly impossible for a non-adept computer user to use Adblock. I think that it will be removed from a lot of extension stores. I think that it will be patched out more quickly. And I think that a regular average internet user will probably no longer be able to use Adblock in 5 years. This is something Chrome is already doing. And I think that in general, it will become more popular. So what I'm saying is that if you want to Adblock, go ahead and Adblock. Do it as much as you want. But don't be surprised whenever Google tries to stop you from doing it. Don't be surprised whenever people don't want you to ad block. Everyone knows the clothes that we wear come from Chinese sweatshops, but people aren't going to stop buying them. Exactly. Of course, that's just how it is. People always do what's beneficial for them in most cases. That's just life. I think that ad block is going to be harder to use every single year. And at a certain point, I don't think that they're going to get rid of it because it's just not a good idea to get rid of it. But overall, I think that they are going to massively reduce the amount of people that can use Adblock. I absolutely think so. And I'll use a very, very easy example for you. How many of you guys see ads on your phone, but you have Adblock on your computer? Me, everybody says me. Why is that? It's because it's more inconvenient and harder to have ad block on your phone, right? That's basically what it comes down to, yes. Right. That's my point. Exactly. There you go. It's harder, yes. And if you make it harder, less people do it. You put up more hurdles, less people are going to jump over it. There is a major viewer fantasy that there's a certain contingency of internet users that get into this power play of believing that if you start showing us ads, we will all stop watching. This is not true. It is verifiably not true based off of every single bit of observable data that I possibly have. It is not true. These are the people that use the word we, okay? Anybody that's using the word we is not saying about we, it's just about me. It's like gamer boycotts. Everybody says they will do this. I want to go ahead and explain something and make it very, very fucking clear. Most of the people that are on YouTube all day are on YouTube because they lack complete self-control. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. They are mindless eaters looking for entertainment. And if you put a couple of roadblocks in their way, they're just going to jump over the roadblocks and keep eating. They're not going to stop doing it. It's not like you're going to make somebody watch an ad and they're going to say, wait a minute, now I actually think I am going to fix that problem in my house. No, they're not. Like, they're not going to do that. They're just going to wait through the ad and they're going to complain about it. Now, there will be some people that don't do that. But the amount of people that actually stop that behavior because of the ads is so small that it's practically non-existent. And I've seen this on Twitch. I see people on Twitch all the time that spam 3-minute ads. 3 minutes of ads. And it doesn't matter. People still watch. And that stuff cannibalizes the content. It doesn't affect the viewership. It doesn't do anything. So for people to say, oh yeah, this is what's gonna, everybody's gonna stop watching. No, they're not. It doesn't happen. That's it. I stop watching those. Thank you for at least saying I have that shit. Yes. And the truth is that there's not enough people that actually act on that behavior, because people are mindless eaters that are looking for entertainment, and anything that gets in the way of it, they will eat that shit. That's the reason. It's the same reason why people bought Diablo 4, even though it was fucked up. It's the same reason why people are still buying skins for Overwatch 2. It's the same reason why people still play gacha games. It's because they're shit eaters. People love eating shit. And they'll keep doing it. And they'll try to tell you it's chocolate. And they'll say, oh, no. But they're shit eaters. And I think most people are like that. One of the reasons why I watch you is that you have no ads, then I have premium for YouTube. Well, what I'm saying is like, so you have to look at it from the content creator's perspective. I'm going to let you guys in on a secret here. Content creators put ads in their videos because they want to make money. Okay? I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but they put the ads in the videos. Yes, that's correct. And why would somebody care about a viewer that doesn't want to give them any money? In the same way as why should you care about a content creator that wants to show you ads? Why should you care about their ads? And there it is. Just don't watch the content. Yes, that's it. They actually would care because a bigger number of views means the algorithm promotes the video. Well, yeah, but the truth is that, again, it goes back to my point about how showing ads doesn't actually reduce viewership. And I think that's the main point that I'm making out of all of this, is that there is no evidence that suggests that showing a lot of ads will reduce the viewership from a video or a stream. It did for me. See, again, we have people that are personalizing this. I'm talking about looking at the data. I'm talking about whenever you watch a stream and you see a 3-minute ad play and the viewer count doesn't change. That's not about me. That's not about you. That's about what the numbers are. The data should show you that people drop off. Yes, I definitely leave whenever I see 1 of 6 ads. And I cannot believe how many people are completely self-centered with their perspective on this. It's like they are totally unable to grasp that they are not the only person in the world. It's crazy to me. It's kind of disturbing. Oh yeah, people say they leave and then they come back. Exactly. But yes, anyway, Adblock is going to become harder to use. I do think it's in YouTube's best interest to not ban it, but just simply make it extremely hard to use. That way, you effectively get everybody else who's like kind of on the fence and in the middle. You make them see advertisements, and you allow the most resistant to ads to continue not seeing the ads, because you can't activate on those ads in the first place because they're not going to want to buy the stuff because they hate ads that much, right? It's kind of common sense whenever you think about it. So that way you maximize the profit for the advertisers, you're maximizing the viewing experience for everybody else, these people, and you maintain them. That's the best option. So it's actually cost beneficial for YouTube to allow them to ad block. Yeah, and this is something that people don't want to see, but they're going to have to see it. The Google ad campaigns that I manage have a 10% conversion rate, and they are exceeding their profit margins. People use the ads and actually are persuaded to make a purchase. That's right, gentlemen. Ads work. Who are all these people? They're the people who aren't sitting in a Twitch stream at 11 in the morning arguing about how hard they're going to work to not see ads on a YouTube video. They don't even know you exist. And that's also, by the way, the vast majority of people. I don't get why people are getting mad at 3 to 5 minutes of skippable ads and their 3 to 5 hours of watching YouTube videos. Like, damn. Here's the way I look at it. is that you shouldn't be getting mad at YouTube. You should be getting mad at the content creators. Content creators are the ones that put the ads in the videos. And if you don't like that a video has a lot of ads, you should just stop watching that content creator. It's the same reason it's like sub-only chat on Twitch. If you don't like that a content creator uses sub-only chat on Twitch, then just stop watching them. This is a self-correcting problem that people that are getting mad about it, what they're really mad about is the fact that they aren't the majority. Because if the majority of people actually hated ads as much as people would want you to believe on like Twitter and on Reddit, then this would be a market correcting problem that would correct itself immediately. Because, for example, if every single person out there said, if you play an ad, I will never watch your channel again. Like Bud Light is a really great example of this. Bud Light did like that production thing with like that Dylan Mulvaney person, and they went into the shitter because people actually acted on it. And guess what? You don't see that person out there in other videos, right? You don't see other companies promoting them. Do you know why? Because they don't want to lose their fucking money. Because that's ultimately what matters. And it's because there was a genuine outcome and not just people talking shit. So if people hated ads as much as YouTube and Reddit and Twitter would lead you to believe, then this problem would automatically correct itself. Because people that saw the ads would be like, what the fuck are these ads? I'm going to stop watching this channel. But the truth is that it doesn't happen. Because if it did happen, then people would stop making videos with that many ads. The reason why they do that is because people watch the ads. It's that simple. They have no choice. Well, of course they have a choice. Just stop watching the video. What's wrong with you? Regular people had ads as well. They're just busy with other things to actually bitch about it. Yeah, sure. If they get rid of ad blockers, people will just move to another browser and Google will lose their first place in browser usage. No, they won't. You think people are going to stop using Chrome because of a lack of ad blocker? What happens whenever Google just blocks access from another one of the browsers that has an ad blocker? Do people not know there's other platforms to watch videos on YouTube? They'll get in legal trouble if they do that? I don't know. I think that if somebody is using a program because the program's primary function is to circumvent or subvert the business model of a company and it actively harms the business by doing it, then I think that they have a pretty good justification to block it. To be honest with you, I just think that they do. I think that if people are using a tool and the tool's purpose is explicitly to make it to where you can't make any money from it, then yeah, I think it's pretty justified. It's not harming the business, they just won't make as much money. Then that's harming the business. What do you mean it's not harming the business? They're just not going to make as much money. What are you talking about? It's insane that people are saying this. People are so intellectually dishonest, they don't want to admit it's piracy. They are so, it is amazing. Never complain, always find a way around it. Be a man. Yep, there it is. Why do so many people feel entitled? I just don't, it's because people need to have moral consistency. And I think it's a massive weakness that a lot of people have. People are trying and they need to have like this sense of like moral consistency where it's like, oh no, I'm doing the right thing. Oh, I'm a good person. No, it's justified that I act in this way. Why can't you just steal something? Why can't you just go and put it in your pocket, walk out of the store without paying, and say, hey guys, I just got a bag of Skittles. Fuck yeah, I love Skittles. And it was free. Why the fuck do you have to go, well, I stole it from Walmart because of capitalism, and if you look at the top 10 richest people that own things, there's people from Walmart, a lot of them are in the list, and like, so it's just, and then they oppress people, and like society, it's like whenever I went to school, I couldn't afford a pencil, so like now it's okay for me to steal a bag of Skittles. Like, why the fuck are people trying so hard. They're trying so desperately hard to be morally justified. Oh, I'm justified. It's okay that I do this. Fucking stop it. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. Why is it that everybody needs to be coddled and patted on the back for every type of self-indulgence that they engage in? Just eat shit. Just steal it. Just do the bad thing. But don't go and tell yourself that it's because of society. Don't go and tell yourself that it's because of the world. It's not because of the culture. It's because you want it. It's because you can. And then do it. Enjoy it. You exist. Do what you want. But stop living a lie. That's what I think.